Hi, I've finished another arc and it comes out on the 11th of April, and it's a dark academia thriller. It's in the adult general fiction section, but I think it'd be an ideal crossover for young adults moving into general fiction. Is it new adult that it's called nowadays? I'm not. Um, it's set in High Realms, which is an elite boarding school, and the story is told by an adult Rose. She's telling us about her time at High Realms. She joined the sixth form as a scholarship student, along with Lloyd, Sammy, and Marta. And immediately you see that there is a distinction between these four and the rest of these wealthy, privileged students whose parents are paying thousands to be there, while these four are there for free. I didn't mention the title. It's up here anyway, but you can see it's The Four by Ellie Keel. Sorry about that, I got swept away. The teachers, or the Manx, as they are referred to throughout the book, they also seem to have a slight prejudice against these four kids who band together, who become a little group, because it's sort of like them against the rest of the world. Because they seem to be almost a social experiment. They seem to be brought into the school to see, to prove that this school can send people who are from the lower ranks to university just as well as the people that are paying, that type of thing. It's a social experiment that could fail or succeed. They feel as though they're there as an experiment. And they quickly form this friendship as they're navigating the rules of the High Realms, the regime, the strict regime. Everything is timed. But there's also the bullying and at times brutal punishments that are dished out by their peers, by other students. Absolutely brutal at times. Awful to read. Rose comes across as independent, intelligent, but also quite shy. She's never had a relationship. She's worked hard to get where she is. Sammy wants to be a doctor. He's likable. He's the butt of the jokes because he's a little bit chunky. Lloyd is a musician. He plays the organ. And Marta, she is the odd one out. She's eccentric. She was homeschooled, so she has never been in a school environment. And so she doesn't know how to behave. She doesn't know the basics of being in a school. So she's always getting herself into trouble. And she is the one that is picked on the most. She's targeted. When there's a major incident, Marta immediately gets the blame. And so the other three, they make the decision to protect her. And then what follows throughout the book is an almost bizarre set of events. And you think, well, why are they doing this? But you've come to know them and you've come to know how much they care for Marta. So yes, you can see why they are doing it. But it is very bizarre, and they believe it's the only thing they can do to help her. The bonds of their friendship twist slightly. But, I'm not telling you the story, but, it's a dark novel, very dark, and there are triggers for rape, there's triggers for abuse and bullying. But there are also moments of hope and romance. I found it engrossing. And on the whole, the characters were likeable. There were a couple that I really despised. But on the whole, I found the main characters likeable. So I was quite happy to follow them. Even if I knew deep down that I wouldn't have done what they did. So that is The Four by Ellie Keel. Comes out on the 11th of April. So happy reading. Take care.